Alright, how are we doing, you beautiful people? Konzi here, bringing you episode 35 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand Iron Man playthrough. Last episode, we had to go down into Verge to go and get our hives back. That was Cops and Tinny. We managed to get down into Verge and get them back to our base, and also with enough time to fend off the Holy Nation assault. At the moment, we have a few days breathing space, which what we're going to do is use it so that we can go and sell off a bunch of our stuff. What I have done is I noticed down in the Adventurers Guild they had a backpack for the Crocodilers, so that is one for Nippy. Put it on Nippy, filled it full of surplus kit that we don't need, and we're going to start selling it off the best that we can. Unfortunately, we can't use the robotics trader in the Black Desert because we might have stolen quite a lot of kit from them and they don't like us anymore, so we're limited to Trash Can Carlo, the barman, and to Quinn in the scrap house to be able to sell stuff. So we should be able to make 75,000 on a round trip. On the way back, we did come across this. That was the abandoned robotics facility. I guess because I wasn't running. Lidus was running backwards and forwards so much. All of those little bloodhounds must have got in there and killed off all of the robots. So as we ran past, we just went in and looted it for all it was worth. Turns out not a great deal, but still better than what we would have had. What we have started doing is we started buying up as many power cores as we can. These power cores are going to be super important because we need them for the healing pods. We also managed to get a bunch of backpacks. The backpacks are just going to make the automation of the base a bit quicker because people are going to be able to carry more stuff and things won't get as congested as such. We have got robotic limb production on the go properly now, so we have been able to build a few prosthetic limbs. So the guys that are missing limbs now don't. There isn't too much happening so far, so we've been able to go to the base, resupply, and then go back to the Black Desert City to sell off the stuff. We do have the Western Hive coming through. They only had a couple culture books, so nothing fancy. But what we're doing is we're just trying to get rid of as much kit as we can because it just keeps building up and blocking my guys from being able to actually produce any more stuff. And I don't want to start throwing it away, seems a bit of a waste. So this episode so far has just been about trying to get a bunch of money together, which we have done very well. Got a few Hive culture books, which is always amazing, and then just trying to get things ready because what we do have is we have an Oni's Wrath coming in, which, depending if it's still bugging out, will be fine. It will only be maybe 8 Onis at most, and we can definitely take that. If it's not and it's a full-size raid, we'll be looking between 40 to 60 Onis easily coming through, and that will cause us a lot of problems. We did get another weapon schematic for the Raider Sword, so what we're going to do is we're going to start production on the Raider Sword. This is like a big two-handed weapon. It looks like, well, it is the one from, if any of you guys watched Berserk and what Guts uses, this is before he gets the Dragon Slayer. It's the sword that he uses, what's it called? Something of the King? Well, my lore is really good at the moment. That's impressive. And we'll just get some more backpacks. And at the moment, we are just using this time to get our base up and running because I have a plan now. Not an amazing plan because it's one of my plans, but a plan nonetheless. The Holy Nation assault comes in. We can deal with that real quick. There won't be another attack for a little while after. We will split our soldier drones in half, so we'll keep half back at the base and then half are going to head out, and we're going to take the fight straight to the Holy Nation. What I'll do is start of next episode I will put up a map of our conquest and how we're going to do it. So I reckon we can take the Holy Nation in 2 or 3 episodes time. After that, what it's going to be is it's going to be taking out the Western Hive. The Western Hive in some ways are far more challenging to take out than the Holy Nation, but then in other ways a lot easier to fight as well. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Taking on the Western Hive is one of the key objectives in this because Lidus has beef with the Queen. So Holy Nation will be taken out in, I don't know, 2 to 4 episodes. Then from there we will go into taking the Western Hive. The Western Hive we should be able to do in about an episode. The reason we're struggling to deal with the Holy Nation at the moment is we can't leave our base for very long because then the Holy Nation assault comes in. But talking about bases being assaulted, let's go pick a fight with the Triangle Bandits. So we went in, we took out the Dust King. That's how Tucantino got his hunting saber and his masterwork samurai plate, and they gave us a kicking. Lidus and Nippy did not do well against the Dust Bandits, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in for round 2 against the Triangle Bandits. We got Nippy and we got Lidus. Lidus isn't that much better than when he went in. He's still got the same sword, his armor's pretty much the same, and he's only got a slightly upgraded arm over what he had. So I'm going to see how well they do, because I got a feeling that the Dust Bandits in the tower, in the Dust King's tower, are a lot tougher than these Triangle Bandits are going to be, because they had a lot of guys in heavy plate. They had a few juggernauts in their ranks as well, which made them like super tanky. And yeah, we are just absolutely carving through. I guess Lidus's dexterity would have gone up a bit, and Nippy's stats, like his dex, is like high 80s, low 90s. So what we'll do is we'll just have Nippy go fight the triangle boss. I think it is the Triangle Breaker, if I'm not mistaken. So he's still being shot by harpoons. That hasn't changed. Yeah, there we go. Oh, terrifying Triangle Bandit. Oh, he looks like Pyramid Head. Yeah, well, I have an Orion Crocodile, so no, mate. It's not happening. Nippy wins. Rock, paper, scissors, Nippy. Doesn't matter. Nippy has it. So we're going to go in. It's not going to be like a crazy fight. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a scrap than this. Look at the good boy. You would just be bricking it if you're on that harpoon. I mean, to be fair, he just looks a little bit cuddly like that, and a slightly demented unicorn with the arrow stuck in his head. But yeah, was definitely expecting a bit more of a scrap than what we're getting right now. Not a big deal. Nice to see that my hives are coming along. Well, Lidus and Ray are. We will need to heal up the Triangle Breaker, just for the simple fact that I want the full bounty on his head instead of 15k. That's going to get us 6 more hives. And obviously I don't need to explain, more hives means better. But it looks like a small group of reinforcements have arrived for the Triangle First. Not Triangle Breaker, Triangle First. I am so good at smelling and reading, it's untrue. Looks like they don't want me trying to save their king, or I guess their leader at this point, which isn't an issue. I'll just go and get Lidus and we'll just stab them in the face. The guy doesn't look like he's going to bleed out straight away now, whereas before he was like down into like the negative 90, so it wouldn't have taken long for him just to have bled out. So we'll get Lidus to go back, heal him up so we can sell him off as a slave for full price. Well, not a slave, but you know, the bounty, instead of getting half price for it, because for the sake of like taking a couple extra hits, it's worth the money. But man, they are persistent at not letting Lidus heal him up. But I guess it makes sense. He doesn't seem to have exceptionally good kit. He does have like a May 2 hand axe, which it's got decent enough stats actually. It's not exceptional, it's not amazing, but it's right. And he does have like a triangle helmet of sorts. So what we'll do is we'll take that, I don't know, maybe if we find Beep, we'll give Beep like a cosplay as Pyramid Head or something. That could be funny, I don't know. It just seems like something to do. Nippy's caught on the stairs, but he won't be for long. And you just gotta feel bad for people, man. He's like consistently kicking out over 200 damage now, and there's a mate, Nippy just bit his leg off. You know? It's not a good day to be a Triangle Bandit. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just wrap up here. I'll go in and loot. I'll save you guys having to see that, because I am not expecting anything good. If there is anything good, I'll show you. If not, we will continue on to the next section. Yeah, really nothing good in there. Almost would have been worth more if we just not looted the tower and carried on. But what is worthwhile is our blackened leather hive vests. These are going to be super amazing. We can equip them onto the vest slot of our hives, and when they are specialist grade, which most of them will be, they'll give us 17% blunt damage resist and 28% cut damage resist, which is going to be super useful. The Oni's Wrath has come in. It is one of the small ones, so it's only 5 of them this time, which is a bit of a disappointment. I'd have liked to have seen a bigger one. I'm not quite sure why the hordes of like 40 and 60 don't show up. Maybe there's something changed in the patch notes, because I could imagine quite a few people might have complained when their colony just all got wiped out in a single attack. And then everyone got taken to Verge, and then they had to watch all their guys get tortured to death. I could see how that might be an issue, and probably why they could have nerfed it. Or it could just be that I just got a bug on my side. These things happen as part of the fun of Kenshi, right? Wouldn't have it any other way. But what we do have going our way is we are using Guandos against the Oni. So the Guandos, which are the weapons that I give pretty much all of my hives, because they're just all round very good weapons. Not good at any one thing, but good against most things. Extra damage, penetration, and extra damage against robots. So super good. Is it just me, or does the Adventurers Guild seem to be missing most of their hives? They've only got 2 with them. But thankfully one of them is a worker drone. So this worker drone is going to be called Cross-Eye. Cross-Eye is a subscriber recommended name. So Cross-Eye it is. Cross-Eye is going to be one of our rangers. What we're going to do is we're going to build him a ramp, and on top of the ramp we are going to put a harpoon turret. Cross-Eye earned his name through when he was exiled from the hive. He managed to kill a bone dog with a crossbow that he found on the dead body of a bandit. So pretty impressive straight off the bat. We're going to use his skills. We're going to get him a turret so he can rain death and destruction down upon anyone that attack our base. As we either find a crossbow, or I can get crossbow making facilities up, we'll then equip him out. But for now, he's going to have a nice turret where he's going to be able to shoot down on anyone unfortunate enough to attack our hive. Cross-Eye's story is going to be fleshed out as our adventure continues, but for now, a couple time restraints, so got to keep it nice and short, but just so everyone knows who Cross-Eye is and what Cross-Eye is going to be doing. As with regards to the rest of the hives that we're getting, we're going to have Guts, and then we're going to have Strike. Them are 2 soldiers. They're obviously going to go in. They're going to be part of like the town guard. The other guys are worker drones. They are just going to be what their name is. Life expectancy on a worker drone in my hive isn't particularly high, so I'm not even going to get attached to them. They'll do what they need to do. I had to follow that Adventurers Guild caravan all the way to the Adventurers Guild outpost to try and get all the hives, but unfortunately I lost them, or they despawned. I'm not quite sure. We have sent Lidus down to Squint so he can sell off the triangle first. That'll get us a nice 30k, and hopefully next time the Adventurers Guild won't bug out. We have made Cross-Eye his little platform so he can go up there once we put the harpoon up, and then shoot down upon any enemies that are foolish enough to attack our base. We've got 250 starving bandits coming in, which is always going to be a bit of fun. Nice little bit of training and practice. The Holy Nation Assault is coming in about a day, so I'll just need to be careful and make sure I micromanage people to rest up and heal up. So we will be in a situation to defend that attack. I'm still dreading for if it's one of those large attacks coming, because when that large attack came in last time, it absolutely wiped our colony. Don't get me wrong, we're far better equipped now, we're far better trained now, and we have way more hives, but that was still a pretty large assault. Took down Lidus and took down Ray. Took a while, but they still went down, and that's the only assault I think that the 2 of them have been taken down together in. So obviously something that we do need to be careful about. We do have some hungry bandits trying to come into our workshop, but my guys, they get attacked enough now that they can fight one hungry bandit by themselves without too much issue, and it's also just good training for them. Everyone else seems to be doing alright. A couple of my not lower level hives, but my guys that aren't soldier drones, they're starting to be able to hold their own pretty well and impressively against hungry bandits, which I'm super happy about, because obviously that just scales. As soon as you guys can stay up in a fight for any length of time, the amount of skills they end up picking up, it's like perpetual growth. It's insane how quickly they can become like super dangerous. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to bring the episode to an end. So thank you very much for watching episode 35 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand. I have been Konzi. All your comments, likes and subs have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.